Okay, here we're going to go over some things for your test tomorrow. I want to make sure you're understanding. You do not have to bring this back tomorrow. This is just further explanation on what we've been doing this school year. So the first thing, we know that 10 is a biggie in second grade. So these are all of your friends that make 10. So what is 4's friend that makes 10? 6. Now I want you to go ahead and I want you to pause and I want you to fill in for 5 and 6. What's 5's friend that makes 10? What's 6 friends that make 10? Go ahead and pause it and then come back when you have the answer. Okay, so you should have put 5 and 5 make 10 here, and you should have put 6 and 4 make 10 here. All they're doing here is putting the answer first rather than after. It doesn't matter, it's still the whole. Now down here, we have our fact family, our number bonds. And remember, whole, part, part. So if you look at this, these are our two parts. What part is missing right here? Should have said 7. So we know just by looking here, if we put 7 and 3 together, we're going to get 10, aren't we? And here they did the old switcheroo. They just switched the parts. Parts can be switched. It's still going to equal 10. Now here, we're starting at our whole, and we're taking away 3. What is the part that will be left over? What part goes with 3? 7. And then here, you have 10, and you're taking away 7. What part's left? 3. Okay, over here, let's look. We have 6 and 5, and we know that equals 11 because there's our whole. What part is missing here? You should have said 5. What I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and pause the video. I want you to fill this in and see if how you do. Okay, you're back. 6 and 5 make 11. 5 and 6 make 11. 11 minus 5 is 6. And 11 minus 6 is 5. You're doing the old switcheroo with the parts. The parts can be switched. The wholes cannot. Okay, now down here, you're just adding 10 to everything. It's kind of easier when it's stacked up this way because 0 is our friend because it's so easy. 3, the only thing that's changing are our 10s. So instead of having 2 10s, you're going to have 3 10s. 33. You can't forget the 1. You don't want to leave him hanging. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can do the rest of these and see how quickly you can do them. Okay, back, check yourself. 66, 44, 8, not, whoops, Mrs. Rogers messed up. 91 and 85. Okay, turn the page. Then we did make the next 10. Here again, friends that make 10. What do we need? We're at 32. What do we need to get up to make 40? We need that 8, don't we? Because 8 and 2 makes 10, right? We have 30 here. 30 and 10 make 40. Now here, this one you have to look really carefully at, right? Because you're trying to get to 50. You have 5 ones. Well, what can we give? How many ones do we need to give 5 to make a 10? You should know that. It's real easy. Well, 5 and 5 is 10, right? What do we need to add to 10 to get to 50? Think about that. You need to add 40. So 45. Over here, they're just trying to trick you. They're giving you the whole first. You just need to know what friend goes with 2 to make 10. You should have said 8. All right, let's look at hide 0. That's when we had the orange and green cards, boys and girls, and we broke them up. Like 26 is 20 and 6. So what's missing? You have 6 that is missing. What do you have missing here from 45? You should have said 40. And what do you have here that is missing? You should have said 20. Okay, flip it like a pancake. Now this is where we break apart our number and we put our round numbers with our round numbers and our ones with our ones. So if we break apart 56, 56 breaks apart into 50 and 6. What two numbers are alike? You should have said 6 and 3 because those are both ones, aren't they? We know that 6 plus 3 is 9, right? But my answer is not 9 because who can't we leave hanging? The 10s. Our answer is 59. Same thing over here with 42. Think about what, I want you to pause the video. I want you to do it. And then I want you to turn it back on and check. Okay. You should have broken this into 40 and 2. You should have put your 2 and your 5 together. And that equals 7. And you know 40 and 7 is 47. Now you aren't adding, you are subtracting, aren't you? So it's cut off, so we're just going to write them here. So we're going to break apart 58. What does that break apart into? 50 and 8. Which two numbers go together? You should have said 8 and 4, but you have to be really careful because they're subtracting now. What is 8 minus 4? Is 4. But the answer is not 4 because you can't leave the 10 hanging. It's 54. Okay, I want you to try this one. I want you to pause the video and then turn it back on and check yourself. You should have broken this down into 50 and 9. And you should have known that 9 and 5 are the same. They're ones. 9 minus 5 is 4. My answer is not just 4. We can't leave the 10 hanging. It's 54. Okay. Then, now you're going to turn the page and look at the back of that page. Okay, guys, this is where we make a 10 to make them easy. What does 8 need to make a 10? Well, he needs 2. Bippity, boppity, boo, poof. You made a 10. Well, does 6 still have, is 6 still there? Nope, because he was a good neighbor and gave him 2, so he only has 4. So it's 10 plus 4. You know that equals 14. This problem is easier than this problem. We're always looking for that 10. Okay, I want you to pause the video. I want you to do both of these, thinking about what these numbers both need to make a 10. Then turn it back on and check yourself. Okay, you should have given him a 1 and made a 10. 6 would have 5 left. So my answer is 15. 7 needs a 3 to make 10. Bippity boppity boo poof. Here's your 10. 5 was a good neighbor. He gave him 3. So he has 2 left. So that makes 12. Okay, that was lesson 4 that we did. Okay, flip it over. Now we're just making 10 with bigger numbers now. Okay, and so the little ones, it's still the same thing. Look at 46. Look at that 6. What's he need to make a new 10? Think about what 6 friend that make 10 is. You should have thought 4. Okay, so you're going to bippity, boppity, boo, poof. Now think about that. What's 46 plus 4? What did you bump up to? You should know that you bumped up to 50. Now, is it going to be plus 7? You should have said no because he was a good friend. He gave him 4, so he's still going to have 3. So you have 50 plus 3. The answer is 53. You made this problem look a lot easier down here. You did the whole old chunky monkey. You chunked the numbers into your 10s. Down here, your favorite, taking from a 10. Instead of doing 60 minus 5, we're going to pull out that 10 and we're going to do 10 minus 5. And we know that is 5. But my answer is not 5, is it? Because what do we still have here? We took out a 10, so we still have 50. So my answer is 55. Boys and girls, I should have circled that. and we'll connect them, and our answer is 55. Okay, if you can do all of these problems and do them well, then you should have a great score on this math test. Good luck.